Welcome to Lighten Up. I am your host, Suzanne Ross, and it's so exciting to be here with Lightstar. Welcome, Lightstar.
Thank you.
And this is part 2 of our conversation about how Lightstar discovered her true calling as a celestial channel, as a Starseed ambassador, and as an attunement artist. So, Lightstar, let's talk about now how you tune into these different realms of consciousness or different dimensions and different star races. So you were telling me that you can tune into the elementals, the angelics, and then star races in different realms and dimensions.
Yeah, it's pretty fascinating, and I would say that a lot of this developed in the early stages of doing my artwork. When that was starting to flourish and blossom and come out, I was already starting to do angels and the elementals because of the nature world, and so I do a lot of fairies and elven and the natural world with Mother Nature and animals even, and so that just started to unfold a whole nother layer of the star seeds and the star seed realms. So they started to come out, and I've been on a series of doing the star people images. And so I've been doing them because I'm tuning into their vibration and just coming through and depicting them in a visual sense. And also the language. So the language will come through, but I'm also actually drawing the symbols or the codes and light language for that particular race that wants to overlay or relay a specific message. And so the emulation of the image itself, the art images, is actually has encodement within it from these star races that will actually, when you see it, when you visualize it and hold it, work with it, meditate with it, even if it's on your wall, that energy is kind of imbuing into your environment and reattuning you or realigning you to that particular overview or overlay of what that image is portraying. So sometimes it could be more of a very loving vibration or more about love. Sometimes it's more of a grounding sense. It just depends on the image. And so it started to come through mostly in the artwork, I would say, first and foremost. But I would also say the language came through very early on, and I didn't know what it was, okay? So those of you that have had this experience, I was 9 years old and I did not understand what it was, but I knew I was speaking this other language, and it would be most sort of correlating to what we know of as speaking in tongues. So the Christian faith knows what that is, and it was similar in nature to that, but I was so young I didn't really understand what it was, so I kind of shuffled it away. And what I've been experiencing since I learned more of the languages, because they started to come more rapidly in my later years, and I even had a 2-week period where I had at least 7 languages coming through in that 2-week period, and it was like in the shower, I was in my bed, I'm trying to go to sleep, and it was just like, just kept it coming through, and I would have to get up and record because I would forget it if I didn't, and it was a process of probably 2 years of integration after that, of really trying to decipher what is the frequency of this and where is it coming from, and then putting that together and having it. So it was a little bit of a slower process because I finally had to say, guys, stop, I can't have this many, I can, but my mind couldn't handle it to the extent where I needed some integration time. And I was actually told that I had at least 125 languages that I have in my energy field. Not all of them are here and have come through. I'd say probably about 20 or so, and that's actually growing every time as the years go on. But that's a little overwhelmed. So it was quite the experience to have these languages unfold and to understand, coming from a very analytical person, mind you, very practical person, and not knowing what I was experiencing or what this was, and having to go through that process of this is important to share with people once I kind of understood what they were and where they're coming from, and to allow the energy to come through. And in my in my energy field, it's more coming through for a healing, awakening, and activating kind of energies. So I attribute myself as though I'm like the tuning fork. Okay, so I stand as the tuning fork, and what happens when you kind of hit a tuning fork, it goes zzz, and all the energy kind of vibrates out and reverberates. You may not be able to see it, but it's actually reverberating out into the room and into the being that might be in front of you or wherever. So that's how the energies have begun to align within mine and to help humanity to, again, awaken, to clear. And then I started to develop that into the chakras. And so that's a whole other layer of how the language was starting to formulate, where I started to begin to put the languages together in relation to the specific chakras. So I would begin to speak certain languages for certain chakras, and I developed a whole chakra light language clearing to help people to raise their frequencies. Another way that I'm actually helping people to do it when they may not be able to get there themselves or they're having trouble with it. And then sometimes it's just, we need to take that tuning fork and kind of, allow the energy to kind of work with the person and to work to clear or to awaken or to remember. I mean, any number of things happens when people are listening to light language. It's very individual, but there are some I want to say sensations that are very common for people to feel, but it's very individual, from themselves. One person could be, 4 people in front of me might be, 4 other people may be experiencing totally different things with one language. So it really depends upon the person. And sometimes even those 4 people, one language may do nothing for one person, whereas they're really like enveloping the other person and they're just really feeling it. And then you speak a different language and that first person who didn't feel anything from the first one now is really feeling it. So it really depends upon the individual, where they're at, what they're ready for, where their soul is, and what's needing to be activated or released or cleared. So that's kind of the overview.
Beautifully said. I love how you explain the different resonances affect different people in different ways based on what they need in that moment. What frequency needs to be raised for them in different parts of their own multidimensional expression, right? Yeah. So again, bringing back in the multidimensional aspect of who they are. Right. And so different frequencies would resonate with different aspects of their multidimensional whole. Yeah. So let's talk about these realms and the dimensions and the frequencies that they represent. So let's start with the elementals.
Yeah. I love the elementals. That's where I really began a lot of this, was through the elemental realms, because as we talked about earlier, is nature, how important is nature? And the elemental realms was first actually the fairy realms. And I had some conversations, what I would say just conversations with fairies, and was wanting to receive the language of that one, and yet I was hearing they're very telepathic. And so most of the star races are telepathic, so you can actually almost have a very basic question of why do you have languages for these different ones when they're all telepathic, which is a great question, because yes, that's true, they are telepathic, but when I'm asking, well, okay, you're telepathic, how do I speak telepathic to you? Okay, you're not going to be able to hear it coming out of a voice. So I asked for them to share with me a specific language of theirs or a way of speaking it that could be coming through the voice. And in the instance of the fairy, it had to be done in a whisper. So that one's a little bit more quiet because it's actually done in a whisper. Or more of a whisper because it's harder to do. I mean, you think they're very telepathic. So it's like almost like the wind through the trees would be how I would describe fairy language. And the elven language did actually provide me with an actual language. So theirs is more of a speaking language. And it's also very aligned with the heart and also aligned with Mother Nature. And it's very soothing and it's beautiful. Some of these languages aren't as, some of them are a lot stronger energetically. These two are very soothing, calming, comforting, and that kind of energy. Yeah.
Can you demonstrate?
Absolutely. We'll do the Elven, because the fairy one, I don't even know if it'll pick up on here, so I'll do the Elven.
Okay.
Because that one's... So what I like to do is, when I'm going to do bring forth the language, everybody that's listening to this, wherever you are, just experience this try to put the mind off to the side, and don't try to interpret it from your mind, because these languages can't be interpreted from the mind. They have to be interpreted more from the body or from the heart, from your sensations here, and just allow yourself to receive whatever it is that is meant for you, okay? So here we go. Nilia, Vaniela Sai Gale, Tiniana Nale Solani Tula, Veniatale Maresale Kula, Diliana Nanaile, Sononolocule Mate Tetiria, Danielea, Sariarana Kele Moranali, Tirianiro Maria Tare Keran, Soromarshanile, Kiriatale, Mase Ula Ale Ula, Tali Iti Usamila, Galiti Alani, Galemasale Shola, Seriaranali, Gale Usoma, Venetele Ataria Natai Istobale, Pariashanari Ala Gale Hana, Somalia, Liliana, Laliso Utula, Galeni Umale Eteria, Karima Soromar. Yeah, so that one has a very lyrical, very Mother Nature-y, loving, very grounding force. But energetically speaking, again, this may do different things for different people. And some people may cry. Some people may, have tears of kind of, wow, it just hit my heart, or that just hit my soul, and I just felt that. And it's really like really coming home. For most of us. With a lot of these languages, it's that soul, calling the soul home to different frequencies and vibrations. So, hope you guys enjoyed that.
Oh, yes. It was very calming and soothing and grounding. And it just felt loving and sweet. Yes, very beautiful.
Yeah, it's like this really coming into and nestling almost into your mother's arms. Like that beautiful lullaby, or when you come home to mom and you're like, oh, it's that soothing feeling, and it's very healing, I want to say too.
Yeah,
it's really healing feeling. I feel it when I'm speaking it. I'm actually feeling it, and then the energy is going out, so it actually does go through my body, and I can feel it going through as waves or as tingles. And some of you may be feeling that too, going down the spine. You may feel like that kind of tingly feeling. It could be any number of things. Some people feel a tingling in their head, or an opening in their heart, or some of the more grounded, more calm, took the stress away, all types of things. So
yes, I right away just felt like an opening in my heart space. And then, I felt more calm as my shoulders dropped. But then I definitely felt a tingling in my whole body. It's like a complete shift in my energetic field.
Yeah.
Yes, wonderful. So the angelics. Can we move into the angelic realm?
Yeah, I will. The angelic realms, there's a certain angelic toning that I do, which is a little too loud, so I'm not going to do that. There's certain type of energy frequency that they have. And in my frequency, it's not like it came in as a certain language at first. It came in as like this belting out, this loud. And I'm not a singer, so for me, I don't have the singing voice, but the energetic of the frequency that came through was definitely shifting. And what I felt with that is the angelic frequency tends to obliterate negativity. So if there's any negativity in the room, or if there's some even negative entities, I have literally done this, where I've kind of wiped them out in that way, because this frequency is so strong. Okay, so you think of like angelics as all, oh, it's all, and that is, and it is like that, which the language I'll probably do is more in that line, but the really strong frequency of that, it's pretty loud and strong. But the energy of the angels really come in to soothe, so it's very similar, calming, soothing frequency. So we'll go ahead and do that one too.
Okay.
Verara kare anariana, gorashana ema naniona, veriarana kayana mai deriana, urasi korana, aniatu mai ushuma, verasoa kahami, oroma animo, veria kaya anai, soenia amayenio, mayoso ma manin, aria kain. Arunayarea, Mariato, Riona Alenu, Urshanami Arana, Kaina Urana Kai, Taine Ranan, Barana, Baria, Karihuna, Animewana, Tonana, Somhaine, Kainenuma, Lereni, Kureni Iro Masomera.
I did feel the positive vibration of that.
Yeah, that one's really intense.
Way.
And I had to close my eyes on that one, so because that one, it's like almost the angelic kind of comes in and sort of takes over with that. So I really allow that. I mean, as I'm doing this, I want you guys to know, I mean, my energy frequency shifts and changes just like, you know, sure yours will, just like anybody that's listening to it. It's a different vibration. So again, we're not trying to interpret it from the mind, and sometimes it will feel like you're kind of floaty, like it's this kind of spacey, floaty feeling. That's what I feel a lot from the angelics. It's kind of like takes you out of the, it just takes you completely away from all the stress and all the anxiety and all the craziness, and just brings you back into a place of peace. So it really has a, and again, that's kind of the more soothing. What I do after I would do maybe some toning or something to obliterate, then this comes in to kind of soothe it over and smooth it over.
Oh,
so
okay.
It's really beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we have the star races.
Star races.
So, can you tell us first, like, what star races it is that you're tuning into most?
Generally speaking, the ones that I will do will be ones called the Guardians. The Guardian language is a multitude of different races come together, almost like a galactic federation, if you will, but it's really more central around the Earth and more on this planet. So it's the Guardians are here to help, just like the guardians of this planet, okay? So they come to really help the planet so they're a very grounding force. They come in with like a really strong grounding energies.
And you use that to tune the root chakra.
Yeah.
So in light of a activation, maybe we could move up the chakra line.
Sure.
Okay, and then that will help us identify the star races.
Yeah, we can do that
as well.
We can do that.
Okay.
Sure. So we'll do a little briefer one if we're going to move up all of them, but this one is going to be aligning to the root chakra, and it's going to be just more of that sort of grounding force, almost primal, if you will. So you're going to be focusing on your root chakra is what we're doing when we do this, okay? Ho shokuhuma kal eron shohoma ta miro kusho mero sokumaya ta hano shohoku koguna huna sohokushima baru tuhunu kurumat sayo duro kono neroma Wasuba shuhukochi, shiikihine ogana sahosho, shahona kahumaiti, uguno wasoma. So that really anchors. Okay, so that's really grounding, anchoring in. So when you're thinking of it, you're feeling your first chakra in your legs and your feet, and Mother Earth, and the anchoring of the energies on the ground. Okay? Yeah, that one's really powerful. Like,
yes.
Solidify.
Feels kind of heavy,
Heavier.
which is good because it grounds you before you move way up.
Yeah. So you're kind of getting that solidified foundation. And then as we move up to the second chakra, and we're mainly doing the 7. I mean, there's a lot more chakras than that, but I focus on this just so most people understand the 7. And so the second chakra, I have gotten, there's a couple different languages that come in. So it's not only just one, but the one that first came in was the Lyran language for this particular chakra. I also sometimes get the Elven as well connected to the second chakra. So, but since we already did that one, we'll do the Lyran energy. Okay, so this is bringing in that sort of flowy, creative, life force kind of energy. So we're focusing on the second chakra here, which is, for those of you, I'm sure you know, but is in the middle of your hip bones, right in the middle of your pelvis there. So we focus there. Lilia laneha rotora sariarna carne ratar arna car iros toruko shoroma zeriarnar carde roto corrieria zariarna ruku toroko mare uriaraniti riki ukiranani raka rastoma orateria renari coraran turuki turumasta bariki alarataria naki rokushu taramataria. And this one actually comes in to activate that creative life force within you, and also that sort of flowing. The masculine and the feminine also reside in this, so it also helps to kind of anchor that in as well and blend those two together.
I like the rolling R's. It
Yeah,
feels so
very,
feline.
it's the feline. It's definitely connected. There's lots of Lyran languages and lots of different types of Lyrans, but that one resonates with the Lyran feline energy. And I know there's a lot of Lyran felines on the planet, so we know that resonates with those people who connect with that. So the third chakra, which is the solar plexus, the energy that comes in for most frequently here is going to be related to the Andromedan. And the Andromedan comes in to do, the Andromedans are extremely very well versed at healing in all different ways. And I even have like a toning that comes in for Andromedan, but this is their sort of language. And again, what I feel the energy comes through with this is very, it's very almost tribal-like in a community. So I would get them very community-oriented, but almost like your native, you know, your native tribe, Native American tribes or something like that, where just the feeling of it. I'm not saying they look like that, but the feeling sense that you get is also very much honing in on your power, okay, so this is your power center. So it's actually helping to ground your power center as well. So we'll do a little bit of Andromedan here now, okay? Ikimiwa kaneheshe shana, sahewa kanehene, sahina shaheka ewa, kaini ishihuma, vaniasa kaitiwa, dani teki, sania sho okotina, dani ushe teikima wakani, venita satali kakishima, hasha woshana ite, kanyete ukonoma, sata ilakemi, kaishi hine ewa kani ewa, ta ena sa uma shaheke, tani turushana ameta. So that also helps with grounding. So by this point, when we're doing this, your first, second, and third chakras, you're all kind of like grounded in the sense that you're feeling more relaxed, more calm. Sometimes when you do this, your energy feels better in the stomach, where you can breathe easier, you know, where you're not holding your breath so much. You know, it opens up the energies here to kind of anchor in. So that's kind of the energies of the Andromedan. Very powerful beings. So
I felt like my power rising up.
Yeah.
And so that empowering feeling of standing in my power was starting to come in. But my power to be effective in the earth plane.
Yeah, that's a beautiful way to put that. It's just really grounded energy and very calming energy as well. So, so now I will move up to the heart. which everyone loves the heart. And the heart space is connected to mostly the Pleiadians. When I connect with that energy, that's usually the language I'll bring in is Pleiadian. It's really one of the most predominant races that are here on Earth right now. So this brings in that sort of opening, again, remembering, opening up the heart and just expressing yourself and allowing yourself to receive. Those of you that have difficulty receiving, this is time to receive now. Okay, so this is, again, putting that mind off to the side and just opening up the heart to receive. Velai hanai kalehina akula sahima mesa we farenhai valeha kalehine soma shani la kihina saina lehanai usoma hine washani kalea usani ashame lahane galianatai Mesani solare kali masieleha kaliameni ula sahima shaulaki sousha maile saila nele akirema antula saena taela kaela male paneshanare kalean. Again, that one very flowing, opening, receiving, calming, soothing, all of those things about bringing in that sort of, oh, there's a lot of energy in here. We're doing this.
Such an expansion in my heart space. Oh my goodness, I just felt like I love all living things and beings without exception.
And that is the feeling and the behind their energy. It's to teach us how to stand in our loving self and to stand in our higher heart as well. So that's what that energy brings. Now when we move up to the throat, we get a little stronger vibration because this is coming the Syrian energy. And the Syrian energy is very strong. And the primary energy of this is to speak your truth, right? That's the thing, most of us get trapped in here and don't speak out, or we have the energy of we're too outspoken and we need to give somebody else a chance to speak. So this kind of balances that energy, but it's definitely a little bit more of the assertive and the, energy of speak out, okay? So those of you who need to speak out, pay attention. Okay. Gemeshtel ak efenek shanitek van esten. Basti ek estenen ekal ak efenetek. Jodal ak vene bestenek. Gali akeshten ale kif. Vanasta kal emeste kestenek. So kal elest al ik ustene akam. Vari ech al esta kal. Juni ek bal venekel. Za ek o shala kentek. Zutoku akal ek an istokol. Vala kek sokulak. Okay, that energy is a little bit like a kick in the pants.
I have so much energy around my throat right now. Oh my goodness.
Like make you want to just scream out to the chakra. But it's a good releasing of the throat chakra because it will, this chakra tends to build up for a lot of us. And we have trouble speaking. And what is our world is all about communication. We have to communicate everything we do, everywhere we go, families, our friends, our careers. So this is like a huge area for blockages to happen as well. So that's why it had, when it was coming through, it couldn't be like a flowery thing. It had to be like a...
Yes.
Okay, so a lot of it is power in that. Now, we move on to the head, to that analytical mind that we all have. And Arcturians are where this comes into play. And the Arcturians come in to help to resonate with this chakra to help clear the mind. So all of us that have scattered thinking, we have scattered thoughts, we don't, negative thoughts, unfocused, ungrounded, all those types of things. This really helps to clear the field. So we're clearing the mental field. Sometimes it can sound a little bit like almost Morse code. So that's the energy of them. And the Arcturians are very high level. They have extremely high technological, but mostly spiritual. I get them as very highly spiritually evolved beings. And they know how to clear mental spaces probably better than any of them that I've come across. They're just really powerful with that. So are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Tiriti utudanakastati utudani utusanan tariti ikushanti ike utarete Tani tutu ukushantatari tari mostutarakan atari Tatu uturkoshna tari itu tari utuna kati Siti itutana aki turudushantatarakan tari utusasanati kursatan atati ishite tukuni tar akari untari ishite tari utukuni atunama atari ekiti itiaran atati isutana akari ishite Turiya sotata kari turunata, turiya sototo koneshite, turiya sona tarihi tu uno ture e, turikeshi unterete. So that clears mental space, mental chatter even, just thoughts unfocused, ungrounded. So I said it sounds a little bit like Morse code when it first came in, and it's even a higher frequency. Sometimes it goes higher, sometimes it goes lower, and it changes, but it is like, it just kind of helps to clear the mental field. And then,
literally felt that in my brain.
Yeah, that one.
I literally felt my brain being lit up.
Yeah.
And ignited, but then it kind of felt like the two hemispheres of the brain like merging.
That's powerful. Yeah, they're just such powerful beings. And we have such trouble with our mind here on the planet, so they're really big when it comes to that. And energetically speaking, the very tip top of the crown, which we already did, which is the angelic, which usually comes in for the angelic frequencies, for the very tip top of the crown, that's the energy. They're very purifying and clearing, and also bringing in the higher frequencies. I typically see the colors white and gold, connected with this as well. And a lot of golden energy comes in when the angelics come in. They really tend to raise our frequencies and bring us to that higher level space. We'll tune into frequencies here. Valayana Gariana, Somayana no Shomayakan, Orari Maranir Uno Somaviajanan, Variarana Gorini Una Saurana, Adunayala Matiuma, Venoso Umakiuma, Gaini Usomayaruman, Vero Uruma Ariam, Vero Udi Anand Ursom, Masayima Umashaini, Uruma Akuma, Vero Uma, Su Hushomimo, Mariuma, Teruma Aruma. Okay, so that energetically sort of finishes off the 7 chakras, and there are more languages that I do speak that come into play. There's my own mother tongue is like rips really fast, like crazy fast, to where it's like I can't even speak it with my voice because it comes so I mean, I can speak it with my voice, but it's so rapid and so fast. And I remember doing it when it first came. That's the one I was speaking since I was 9 for the most part. And they told me it is my mother tongue for the most part. It's not like a, when I say Assyrian or Palladian, it's my language directly to spirit. So it literally comes
unique
so
to you?
fast. It's probably unique to me, but although there are people that I think that could speak something similar, it's just that it's so fast, it's not something I can interpret. I just know that I'm in a high vibrational state when I'm bringing it through, and it's for me, but I've shared it as well at times for other people or on these events that I speak at, so people can understand the difference. Because it's really, really different, and people can't I tried to slow it down at one point, and then it just kept going right back up. So I said, okay, we have to understand that the voice is only, as I say, our voices are limited in the way we can bring some of the stuff through. So we have to realize that beyond perhaps our voice, what it would sound like, and thought forms or frequencies happen so fast, lightning speed, that we can interpret and understand that in our multidimensional self. But here on the earth, we have trouble with understanding it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because it comes like so rapid. It's very interesting, to say the least. So, but if you want me to do it, I would love to.
Sure, of course.
Just so people can understand that when you're speaking your own mother tongue, yours might sound like mine, or it might sound totally different. Okay, so this is this is how it came through for me. Okay. Okay. それ決心でやつからまだしきやつからまだしきでやつからなあてくしきでやつからねとまらふてきしきやつからねとすくりまなあすくりしかすかてやつからなてきしかてあんあそりこしかしかんそりあしきでいストフラカあそりあんあしきでおくなあすりいとくてあしきでななたれとそうとりあしまたかんブリウスクリしきてたねえとくりなしきであなたとおくとれかしきでDus dat je utakri in, utakri gov, ari uskri varan, afri yeshkri, to karashkiti utakman, sudu yeshkri tkadonati, utokri yeshkri. Si sutakari iftagrani, isutakani, to kodiyashki, utukron yeftigaratkan, ar utkuti. Sutakri yeshkri an, etukri yeshkri an, askri shkri, takri an, atri, sugri yeshkana, arguvati, kra uskrigan. So. You can see how that one,
yes.
And when I bring that through, even when I'm doing chakra clearings on people, I will still bring that one through as the last integrator.
I was gonna say, it felt like it was taking all of my rainbow body at once.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So I've sort of, that's why I said I've started to integrate that one, because for a long time I wasn't doing it at all. It was just my own language. But then I started to realize that it can actually be very helpful in my session work, and actually for people to hear and understand what perhaps your mother tongue might sound like. And for me, since we're all hybrids here, okay, so for me it's a kind of a mixture, you know, and it actually does help to integrate. So that's kind of the, you know, I speak, like I said, many more languages, but that gives like the snapshot. So yeah,
very powerful, very
so all
energy shifting.
All of you went through this, just got a whole mini version of my chakra clearing in alignment for the overall. You know, this was pretty much reaching out to the general senses here.
Yes, and so if you want your own individual resonance that is custom for what you need here and now, it's really most effective to reach out to Lightstar and have those languages come through for you in a specific way that is going to resonate with you and each of your chakras and what you need right here and now.
Yeah, it's really powerful.
Yes, and it just feels like that's really at the root of things, is the energy. It's really shifting that energy and clearing the energy and raising it to a higher vibration, and so really working with those energy fields. And then that naturally shifts even your mental thinking into a higher vibration, and clearing away that negativity, and those thoughts just dissolve, and the stories just dissolve, and you just move into that higher expression of yourself in love and light and compassion and kindness, not just for others but for yourself also. Because right now planet Earth is going through so many changes. It's really up-leveling, and that's being accelerated exponentially. So, you know, moving into 4D, moving into 5D, you know, Mother Earth herself has transformed. And so, you know, we want to go along for the ride and keep accelerating our own vibration and our own frequency. And
you know, look at it as it's an adventure. It's an adventure and it's a journey. Don't look at it as though it's a difficult, stressful, oh my God kind of path, because it's not. But it can be if you look at it that way, but it's not truly that. You're actually growing and learning and sharing and being and experiencing, and all of that is a journey. And even though the tough times come, you find that you're able to handle those tough times much better than if you were in the same rat race negative thinking mode, right? I mean, if you step above that, you're going to actually have a greater ability and capability of handling the things that you think are so difficult in your life. So it takes courage, yes. I'm not going to deny that, but it's all for the beauty of the experience. You know, and like I said, it's really not about the end result. It's about the process. It's going through it. And so enjoy this time. You know, enjoy this experience that we have here to make a difference. I mean, all of us collectively have the ability to make a difference and shift this planet. We do, okay? We've seen it. We know it. I mean, we know this innately. Our soul knows this, you know? I mean, I'm getting choked up because, like, emotionally, I feel that. Like, I know that's true.
Yes.
And this is something if we all knew that was true, and we all even just put this much energy and this much effort into that, think of what can be created. I mean, it's powerful.
Yeah. It sure is, my dear. It's such a beautiful future to hold, but also just really being in the present moment of all that is. And the more that we step out of the old ways of living and being and doing things, the more we can create a whole new way.
Right.
Living and being in a beautiful paradise right here on Earth. Thank you so much, Lightstar.
You're welcome. Thank you so
Oh
much
my
for having
goodness.
me.
Give you a hug.
That was so much fun. See,
Yes.
that was fun, you guys. Have the little fairy come out and have fun sometimes. We need to do that.
And we're sending you all a big hug too. Thank you so much for joining us for this extraordinary episode of Lighten Up. And remember, live well, love life. Lighten Up Publishing, creators of a new genre, Sci-Spi, merging science and spirituality. Introducing Rise Up, a virtual adventure around the globe and into the cosmos. Get ready to go on a virtual adventure to sacred and mysterious sites that are known for their supernatural essence and paranormal phenomena. Many of these supernatural sites have a mysterious connection to the cosmos, with billions of galaxies, stars, and spinning planets. We have come to realize that we are part of a much greater cosmos. On this adventure, we will explore cosmic and celestial phenomenon and ponder the possibility that life on this planet has a spiritual connection to a higher source and a biological connection to cosmic beings from other realms and dimensions beyond our own. Hidden deep within the spiritual and religious beliefs of many cultures lies the eternal truth, as above, so below. On our fascinating journey, we will explore ancient legends, modern discoveries, and emerging truths about the spiraling creative forces that spun this creation into being. From spirituality to religion, superstring theory to the Big Bang, from gods and goddesses to angels and aliens, we will dive into the mysteries of creation. On this journey, we are in search of answers to the burning questions that have intrigued mankind for millennia. Who are we? Where did we come from? Why are we here? And where are we going? By merging scientific discoveries with spiritual revelations, we will explore the possibility that mind and matter are one and the same in a vibratory field of pure consciousness. What if this eternally expanding field of consciousness is of and from the same divine source? these revelations that we may actually share one mind in a unified field that expands into the cosmos has the potential to cause a powerful shift in the collective consciousness. This is a journey of self-discovery, and by engaging fully in the meditations, initiations, and activations, you can become an integral part of a global shift in conscious awareness. It's time to rise up by awakening through revelation. Available at SuzanneRossWellness.com.